All praise is due to Allah, who has united the hearts of the believers in Islam and has made it an obligation to remain united and has made it forbidden to become separated in his clear book. I bear witness that our leader Muhammad is his messenger and the best caller to the way that is straight. O Allah, send your prayers and your peace upon our leader Muhammad and upon his family and upon his companions, whose hearts were united and whose souls were elevated, so that they became victorious believers. And what follows thereafter, O believers of Allah, I advise you as well as I advise myself, to first have the proper regard for Allah and thereafter be obedient to him. Dear believers, I greet you with the universal greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be with you. This week, we are looking at the Rabbana that says, O our Lord, in you we trust, and to you we will always turn, and to you is our final return. So we are closing out these 40 Rabbanas. And as we move closer to the end, we begin to see that Allah has provided so much for us. Allah has provided so much wisdom for us and so many ways to turn to him and to supplicate to him and to ask him and make these requests for the things that we need. And so this Rabbana is an affirmation that we've gotten through 37 of these du'ās. And now here it is, because we have looked at them and we've seen the hope, we've seen the power, we've seen the things that are within these Rabbanas, we then are saying that our Lord, in you we trust. We trust that you will provide for us. We trust that you will give us the things that we need. Maybe not necessarily all of the things that we want. And maybe the things that you provide for us that we need may not come in the exact time that we feel that we need them, but you provide them to us anyway. And so we trust you. And so we put our faith in you. We put our will to worship, to please you. We turn all these things to you. And then that next line, it says, and to you we will always turn. And we turn to Allah for his rahmah. We turn to Allah for his mercy. We turn to Allah for ease from those situations that we may be facing, from those things that may feel so hard to us. Maybe it's the anxiety, maybe it's the depression, maybe it's the loneliness. All those things we are asking Allah for his mercy. So we turn to him for this mercy. And it says that we always do this. And sometimes it's not out of intention. Sometimes it's just the natural inclination that we have to turn to the one who created us for mercy. But within this as well, we turn to Allah. We always turn to Allah for his forgiveness. We turn to him for forgiving us for those deeds that we did consciously and unconsciously. The times that we hurt someone, the times that we said something that wasn't true, the times that we were unkind to others, or the times that we were unkind to ourselves, the times that we were not the best representation of a Muslim, the times that we were not the best representation of the name that we carry. So we turn to Allah for forgiveness. We turn to Allah for forgiveness for how we treated others, how we treated ourselves. We may have even been in a place where we thought to take our own life, and we turn to Allah for forgiveness for that. But we also turn to him in gratitude. Gratitude for the things that he's given us. Gratitude for the love that he has allowed for us to experience in our life. Gratitude for him to allow us to understand or to engage this religion and find a proper way of worship. So we always turn to him, and we do all of this Because this line says, and to you is our final return. To our Creator is our final return. And that gives us a purpose. That gives us this idea of there must be some kind of state that I must be in if I'm going to return to my Creator, the one who has given me his mercy, the one who has given me his forgiveness, the one who has cared for me even in the times that I did not care for myself. أقول قولي استغفر لي ولكم والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. So can you believe that the dollar bill has a portion of a Rabbana that is found in the Quran? That Rabbana starts off with, our Lord, in you we trust. And we know that when we look at some of the money, it says, in God we trust. Now, where we go from there, why others go from there, is not the purpose or the point of this conversation or this talk. But this should remind you. It should be a reminder for you of this very Rabbana. Anytime you engage in anything financial, that you're always thinking on this Rabbana when you see this. When you constantly engage and you're spending money and you see in God we trust, here is this Rabbana that says, our Lord, in you we trust. And it's not just a statement. It's not just something that we say to pacify our Creator. It's not just something that we say in front of others so that they think that we are good believers, that we are strong Muslims, that we are strong in our faith, because we say, our Lord, in you we trust. But there actually has to be something behind it. There actually has to be effort and intentionality behind it. If I trust my Creator, then I must act like it. If I trust that my Creator will provide me with the success that I need in this life and in the next, then I must act like it. Then I must engage in the activities. I must do the things that one who trusts in their Creator does. And on a smaller level, we can think about those that maybe we engage with in this life. And if we trust them, what do? We let our guard down. We become vulnerable. We ask them for help. We ask for assistance. Because we trust them. We trust them to care for us. We trust them to keep our secrets. We trust them to not harm us. But our Lord, in you we trust. Do we just say this line or do we mean it? And to you we will always turn. I'm not going to just turn to myself and think that I'm the cause of these things. I'm not going to turn to some person and think that they can help me get out of something. I'm not going to turn to astrology. I'm not going to turn to all these other things that are not my Creator looking for guidance. Now, they may provide you momentary assistance, and it's not saying that everything is bad. But when I'm looking for guidance to improve my condition, not just in this life, but also in the next, then I'm going to turn to my Creator. I'm going to turn and seek His mercy. I'm going to turn and ask for forgiveness. And I'm going to turn and I'm going to show my gratitude. So to my Creator and to you, we will always return, is what this line says. And lastly, to you is our final return. We do all of these Muslim things. We do all of these kind acts. We take time of our day to worship. We give charity out of our money. We make the pilgrimage. We fast. We do all these things because it is to our Creator that we shall return. And so you think about when you rent a car. They tell you that you have to have it gassed back up or you're going to pay the price for it. You think about when you borrow something from someone and you have to give it back and you wash it and you make sure that it's clean and presentable because they may think certain things about you and treat you differently because you didn't return what they gave you in the same or better condition than when you got it. Now imagine this body that we have, this soul that we have that was given to us by our Creator. We have to return it to Him. And so think of what state you would like to have your car, your item returned to you if you gave it to someone, if you let them borrow it for a time. Now just imagine how we must prepare ourselves for our Creator, who gave us the very life that we live, that is filled with the love that we experience, that's filled with the people who we admire, who we love to be around. So let's think on this Rabbana, dear believers, that says, our Lord, in you we trust, and to you we always turn, and to you is our final return. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك السميع العليم إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين لا شريك له بذلك أمرت وأنا المسلمين الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.